Y'all, yo, I gotta tell you, I'm doing this video now because I had to wait for everybody else to get theirs out of the way, but I'm excited and I've been wanting to talk about this. We are about to be blessed with the live action production of one of the most influential and popular anime of all time, Cowboy Bebop. I'm so excited about this. The cast, the story, everything. The trailer, so much to talk about. I am so excited, so I cannot wait to talk to you guys about this. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Brain, mouth, heart, excitement as a blurred and otaku and everything, and if you hang with me until the end of the video, I got a special surprise for all of you from the bottom of my heart to say thank you for riding with me on this journey. So I'm excited about this, y'all. So get ready. Hey everybody, it's your boy Montel. What's going on? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day, week, month, year, millennium. Hopefully as 2021 comes to a close, you guys have had a good year. You've been able to recover. You've been able to connect with other folks, create bonds and forge relationships, and things have been great, and you guys been taking care of yourselves. I have been hanging in there for the most part. You know, you're still surviving through all of this. This pandemic is not over. And I will tell you, like I tell everybody on my Instagram family, hopefully you're watching these, you're covering this, you're staying this far away, you're looking out for yourselves, your loved ones, each other. Everything's been going okay. And I'm gonna tell you, this has definitely been that year of productions coming out of properties and new things and revisits and revitalizations, and none have hit us harder and more significantly and with such excitement as the announcement of the live action Cowboy Bebop series. Now y'all, if you're an anime fan like myself, you know how much of an impact this particular anime had, and I'm telling you, it's one of my favorites of all time. I never get tired of watching the exploits of Jet and Spike and Faye and Ein and Ed, and just their adventures on the Bebop and all their chasing around being bounty hunters, just trying to survive, but at the same time being parts of a larger story which focuses on each character and their and where they've come from and their journeys. And I love every single part of this crew and everything. So when I found out about the live action series coming out, I was beyond excited, because we've seen anime series come out that have been adapted to live action, and I gotta say this, they have not been up to the expectations of everyone. So there was a lot of reservation about this, and of course we always want to make sure that they're accurate to the characters, make sure they pick actors that are going to portray these roles properly and do them justice, so that way when you look back on the property and you look back on the live action, you say yes, they did a good job. And I'm sorry, they have not had the best luck, and y'all know that Netflix sometimes tends to just put out stuff just so that they can say, hey, we did this. But let me tell y'all, Shinichiro Watanabe's production and creation was done wonderfully, and I actually like the actors that they've picked out for this particular run. Just looking at them, and if you haven't seen the trailer, please go see that trailer. That trailer was everything. Yo, let me tell y'all something. If you don't get a sense of how each of these characters are going to be portrayed in this trailer, then you're missing out. They picked the perfect actors, in my opinion, to portray these characters that have just resounded with us for so long. I don't know anyone who watches Cowboy Bebop that wasn't going to be critical of this announcement, include myself. But then we see the likes of John Cho and Mustafa Shakir and Daniela Pineda and even Alex Hassel, who's going to play Vicious. Y'all, come on! How can you not be excited about this? And seeing them and looking at them and going, this genuinely fits, and they stayed true to the vibe and the environment and the feel of the show, of the anime, the music and the portrayals, and I'm thinking this is going to be something that's going to be really special. And I'm really excited because November 19th I'm going to be in front of my TV, I'm going to be in front of my computer, or maybe on my phone, on my freaking iPad, and I'm going to be watching this. The trailer was everything. They did not pick this up like a standard trailer. It felt like a Quentin Tarantino trailer of the Grindhouse movies that they put out. That's how it felt, with the angles and the graphics and the connection, and you could just see the fluidity of the connections and the interactions between each of the characters, and it didn't feel clunky, it didn't feel awkward, it felt natural. John Cho's portrayal of Spike Spiegel, spot on. I loved just the lackadaisical but at the same time on point feel of how this character was portrayed. Mustafa Shakir's role of Jet, yo, I've been saying this for the longest time, and I gotta sit up for this. I've been saying this for the longest time, that Jet Black is the whitest black dude in anime. Such soul, portrayed by Beau Billingslea, and just really done well. One of my favorites out of the series too, because there's so much history behind Jet that we don't know so much about, and the way he carries himself. Yo, this is a straight brother. I don't care what anybody says. And Daniela portraying Faye, yeah, I see that. She definitely, you can see the cohesion, and you can tell she did her homework on how to portray Faye and how Faye is acted out, but she did it with her own feel and how she did the research on the character. And I love how she portrays. And of course we got Ein in here, everybody's favorite. Oh my gosh, I never wanted a Welsh corgi so bad in all my life, but I digress. So the trailer itself mixed everything. We're talking the chemistry of the characters, the interactions, even in the moments of the fight scenes and everything, and the music, y'all. It doesn't stop with the bangers, y'all. I'm telling you, they did a beautiful job of choreographing this opening with the music and making it its own. And though it seems similar to the intro for the anime, it's on its own. It stands on its own in its own production. And I really, really enjoyed this. I actually watched the trailer 3 or 4 times because it had me giggling, it had me hyped, it had me excited. When I feel goosebumps and hair standing up on my... It's there, okay? Don't judge me. There is hair here somewhere. It's on vacation, but it all grew here. You like that? But I really appreciated what they did with the intro and the trailer, and I'm beyond excited about this. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do and how they portray and how they act and how they tell the story, how they tell the story of Spike and Vicious, how we go on the backstory with Jet and where he's been, and with Faye and her issues, being, with amnesia, not knowing where she's come from. And of course, one of the big questions is, what about Ed? We don't know yet. Nothing's been announced about who's going to portray Ed, if they're even going to bring Ed into this. I'm hoping that they do like they did and bring Ed in later in the series, just like they did in the anime. Oh my gosh, I am so over the moon for this. November 19th, y'all, mark that on your calendar. November 19th, Netflix. Once again, Netflix is not afraid to take a chance. They are not afraid. They did this. They did that with the Marvel series. They did it with series, which is Luke Cage and Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist. So, but I digress on that one. And of course, they did that with Squid Games. Come on now. Squid Games is still being talked about. And I'm really excited for this. I'm genuinely looking forward to seeing the culmination of this, because it's been so long since we had an anime series converted to live action that it felt like there was thought behind how these characters were going to be presented and how this story was going to be told and how it was going to be visually presented. And I feel like that they did this right, and they're not going to rush this. I think it's going to stand on its own. We're going to see the interactions and the other actors involved with this. they even got the actress for Julia cast, and I saw it and I was like, oh, this is gonna be everything. So I'm telling y'all, my honest true vibe is I'm looking forward to this, and I hope you are too. And mad shout outs to Netflix to doing this, and the showrunners for bringing this together and not rushing the process. So many times we have seen shows come to TV, whether it's on Hulu or Netflix or HBO or even Amazon Prime, where the concept was fantastic, but it felt rushed, or it felt like it was disingenuous. Like they were just trying to get something out just so that they can say, hey, they put something out. I don't get that vibe with this series. I don't get this vibe at all, and I'm looking forward to it. The culmination, this particular show, which honestly, since 1998 when it came out, was something that resounded deeply with every anime fan out here, and even for comic book fans, because it felt like a superhero story being told where none of the characters have superpowers, but they were still able to fulfill and tell a story and make you laugh and make you feel what they're going through. And the crew of the Bebop has always had a special place in the hearts of all anime fans, new and old and in between. So if you guys are checking it out, November 19th, Cowboy Bebop, Netflix, have your friends over, do watch parties, guys, do watch parties, do live tweeting, even do it on lives on Instagram and Facebook, and just do this. This is going to be a major event. Now, if you're at this part of the video right now and you've listened to me prattle on about all of this and about the actors and the characters and how much I'm going to enjoy this, I told you I would have a surprise for you. Back in 2019 at BlurCon, I had the honor and privilege of doing a Q&A with one of the voice actors from the Cowboy Bebop anime dub. Now, I wish it was but from the dub Cowboy Bebop anime, and it was none other than Beau Billingslea, the voice of Jet Black. And if you hung out with me this far in the video, then I want to bring this to you. So without further ado, let's move on with the Q&A that I had with Beau Billingslea, such an amazing gentleman, a brilliant soul, beautiful heart, and just a flat out good guy. And really, he really enjoyed his craft. He enjoyed what he did for the show and everything. So thank you so much, you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please don't forget to let everyone know what I'm trying to do. I'm back in the saddle. And as always, I tell you beautiful, wonderful people out here, stay nerdy, stay geeky, stay sexy. Please stay safe. I will see y'all again soon, okay? You take care of yourselves. Bye.
Make sure this is on. Hey everybody, good afternoon. Welcome to BlurCon. How's it going? Oh, come on, you make more noise than I heard more noise last night. Come on, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Alright. As you can tell, we have one of the most prolific people on stage, screen, TV, and of course anime. Let me introduce you to the wonderful, phenomenal Mr. Beau Billingslea.
Hey everybody. Good to be here. I didn't know you could have a video, that's pretty cool.
But we had to make sure the intro was correct, sir. I mean, come on. You touched a lot of lives, whether you know it or not, so it's great to have you here. It's an honor. It was really you. So I know we're going to do we're going to have you guys line up a little bit later, ask some questions of this wonderful gentleman, but we're going to delve into his mind a little bit here.
I don't know what you're going to find in that mind. I don't know.
The first thing that comes to mind when having a chance to talk to you is, who is Beau Billingslea? Who are you as a performer? What would you say, what is the one thing that defines you for what you do? Interesting question.
So you start off with the question that stumps me. Yeah, I talk like that, you know. Tuned it back in. And she said, actually, no, it's not like that. Cowboys are bounty hunters in the future, and the Bebop is your spaceship. I said, oh. And so she said, why don't we do something really radical and use your voice? And I was thinking, my voice? That's boring. Wait, I want to do something, you know, as an actor, you want to do something beyond, outside of yourself. That's the joy for me, is to do something outside of myself. A lot of my on-camera career was basically being Beau as a doctor, Beau as a lawyer, Beau as a judge, and it's a lot of fun. But in the voice world, I get a chance because they don't have to see this puny little body. that you know, I can do a lot of different things, and that's one of the joys of being a voice actor. That it doesn't matter what you look like; it's what you sound like. And so I've done voices that you probably heard that you didn't even know it was me. You know, when I was doing voicing Ogremon and Parrotmon, Sagittariumon, and Digimon, I finished a session where I voiced Ogremon. I don't know if you're familiar with Digimon or Ogremon, but he was talking kind of like that, you know, and he was kind of like the comic relief in Digimon. And so when I finished, Jamie Nimoy, you know, who was Leonard Nimoy's cousin, Jamie said, "Boy, can you do children's Walla?" I said, "Walla? Children's Walla?" You know, Walla is like the background. So I said, "I'll give it a try." So he said, "Well, go in there, let's see what we got." And I wasn't very optimistic, but so this is what I did. Hey, where's everybody? Where did all the kids go? I'm gonna go with all the kids and get the free candy. And she said, "Okay, that'll work." So so I did Ogremon, Parrotmon, and children's Walla. So that's, you know, obviously that's fun to do. I do stuff like that at home, which drives my wife nuts, you know. But that's what actors do. We drive our family nuts, and we drive our friends nuts. It may not be that entertaining, but it's not boring. So anyway, that was a long answer to a very simple question.
That was actually a very good answer, as a matter of fact, which leads us into your work in anime. Now, I, like a lot of people here, grew up on anime, and Cowboy Bebop became one of the main series that we gravitated to. And we were able to somehow relate to each character on the Bebop. Now, with you portraying Jet Black, I have to say the whitest black man in anime. Oh, the blackest white man, because unlike anyone else, when you heard his voice, first thing you thought of is, that's not a white guy. He's got soul in his voice. On the shit. And when I found out it was you, I said, that makes sense. Okay. Now, when you first heard of the character and you read about his back history, was there anything in there that you related to as far as what he went through?
Definitely. There's a lot. As an actor, what you try to do is find parts of yourself that equate with the character that you're portraying, whether it's on camera or voiceover. And, you know, I'm a father. I have 2 children, a son and a daughter. And Jet has Spike and Faye. And as you know, they go on their capers. I remember the name of the episode where Faye stole all the oolongs, and then she got in trouble, and then she needed help. So it's just, you know, Jet, come and help me, Jet.
It's the parenthood.
Yeah, you know you stole my oolongs. Now you want my help, huh? Okay, no more bell peppers and beef for you. But yeah, there's a lot of similarity between Beau and Jet, and kind of that. You know, I'm ex-military, and one of the things about your maleness, your masculinity, is being macho and taking care of people and not showing emotion and things. And I think about that episode where Faye and Spike are gone, and I'm talking to I, saying, I don't care if they're gone. I'm glad they're gone. I don't need them. My spaceship. What the heck do I care? I'm glad it's just you and me and Ed. And then I hear a noise. Spike, is that you? Is that Spike? Oh, it's not. No, I don't care. You know, that whole macho facade thing, right?
Yeah.
And you know, as a father, obviously, when you have children, you're the protector, you know, and you don't show vulnerability to them because they rely on you to be the guy who's always going to take care of them and feed them, protect them. And so I think it just comes with being a man. And so we have to accept our sentimentalities, our vulnerabilities as a human being, and coming to grips with that. And it took me a while to do that. And I think part of it, being an actor, was good because I had to dig into those parts of Beau that I was concealing, you know, keeping to myself. And I remember I had an audition on camera for a show. It was called The District, and it was a cop show. And I was a retired cop. My son was an active duty cop, and he gets killed in an undercover situation. And so in the audition, they said they wanted tears from the actor. And that's very, very rare. That's only happened to me one other time where they actually requested tears. Usually they say, do what you do, but this one they wanted tears. And one of the things about acting, especially on camera, is that you have to do stuff over and over again. So that one of the tricks of the trade is when you're shooting the master, which is the main shot before you do your close-ups, you kind of hold back a bit because you don't want to dry yourself up, you know? Because what you can do is give great tears in rehearsals and great tears in the master when they're shooting the master, and before you know it, when it comes time to close-up, you got nothing, you know? The director says, oh, where are the tears? I'm dry. I'm sorry, I got nothing. So, you know, you learn to save it for your close-ups so that the audience can appreciate the experience of seeing what the actor or what the character is going through. Now, that's one of the things about voice acting that you don't necessarily have to, because there's not much crying in anime anyway, right? Not from the guys that I voice, like the Raikage in Naruto or Ogremon or